Vincent Careme, the new generation of winemakers in Vouvray. He's also kind of the old world, new world cross. He had a whole lot to do with the collaboration between South Africa and the Vouvraisienne and making wines and splitting up harvests and visiting back and forth. And this is due large part to the fact that he worked in South Africa and met a South African and married a South African named Tanya. And he and his wife work and live together both in France and in South Africa. And he makes wines in both places, but he's a fourth generation Vouvray farmer. And this wine is his pride and joy. It's called Clos. It's a single vineyard from one of the steepest and coldest and highest slopes of Vouvray. But from where it is, it also has a beautiful exposure and gets fully ripe grapes. So Clos is an actual clos. It's in a vineyard enclosed by an old wall, and some of the vineyard extends up to 86 years of age. Most of it is 30 to 40, but he nearly lost his life farming this with a tractor, as many people do in hillsides in France and Italy, and he decided that it wasn't worth that, so he bought a horse, and he and the horse now tend the vineyard. So this is done completely by hand. All of his farming is certified organic. He certainly practices as natural a winemaking as possible. And this is Chenin Blanc done in the tendre style. Tendre just means tender, and that's a nice way to put it. It doesn't have a lot of angles or sticky edges. It's got this beautiful, supple mid-palate that really rounds everything out, and it really needs it. The minerality and the acidity here are quite high and striking, but so is the florality and the prettiness of the wine. So this is, if there were a Grand Cru, this would be a Grand Cru of Vouvray. And he makes his wine with a little bit of oak, mostly used, some new, but in élevage is about a year in barrel, without stirring, very much in the same way as de Morganson, but from a very different climate. So enjoy the Vincent Careme Clos.